Right.
What is your biggest failure?
My biggest failure. Wow. I don't know what biggest failure.
Even if you
I had.
learn from it. Like for me, I think one of my biggest failure that has been shown upon everybody is the cafe that I started.
Ah, yeah.
Even though to me it wasn't much of a failure, I grew so much from it. I learned so much from it. It was an expensive experience, but it was still an experience that I take with me today, and I apply it to a lot of my businesses. But it doesn't change the fact that the business flopped.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would say for us,
Maybe personal failure or NOC's biggest failure.
wow, I really don't know. I think my biggest failure is. What is it? Maybe I'm that good. No, kidding.
Or do you never see anything as a failure?
I'm
but
sure
everything as a
I have a
lesson
failure.
learned?
I'm sure you have a failure.
Yes, my
Okay.
failure is people's are scared of me.
Okay.
That is actually a failure.
I believe.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah. No. Honestly, that's a great failure as a somebody of a leader type that people are actually scared to approach you. People don't dare to tell you things. For example, if somebody is really upset and stressed,
They hide it, right?
yeah, they either hide it or they will tell somebody to tell it to me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I would say that is a great failure.
And when they
because-
tell somebody, it could go both ways. That person could tell you, or it could
Correct.
flip like a game of checkers, and that person will be like, "Oh, actually, I feel the same way."
Yeah.
When
Right.
that thing actually came out of nothing.
Correct. Right. So
They make a mountain of a molehill, and
Correct.
from a small feeling that they feel afraid to approach you
Yeah.
with, it turns into something big.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of people want to quit.
correct. So I always make it so every Friday in office, right?
Yeah.
2 p.m. I say it's a Friday. Lunchtime with Sylvia. Anybody can book it. I think from the start of the year until nobody has booked me.
What? That's
So
sad.
it's very sad. Every week I wait. Who's gonna book me for lunchtime with Sylvia on Friday? Nobody. So I usually just eat alone.
Oh, that's sad.
Maybe you should do it in groups.
And I think
Yeah.
now you have to do
Maybe
it.
you should do it in groups, like maybe 3 of them with you.
It's so sad. But I thought I was quite friendly as I say. Like anybody who needs help, you always have me during this timing.
But do you actually ask them why no one has asked you out?
They say they don't really have problems, but
Sure.
Right.
I think they just don't want to see me because it stresses them out.
Honestly, I think you should come have lunch with us on Fridays. I don't know. I mean, it's
Sure.
I mean, like you're so okay. Now I'm not afraid because I know how it is. Because you need to learn how to differentiate Sylvia as a boss and Sylvia as a friend.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
After all these years, I
But what,
understand.
does it mean that during lunch she's not your boss?
Well, we're having lunch. You can't be a boss during lunch.
It depends. I think
Oh,
what is
watch
in-
me.
Okay, no one lunch with you.
Tomorrow, 2 p.m. then.
No, I
Lunch is
think
at 12.
no, I think as a boss, even for me and Jian Hao, right? We have our boss mode and then we have our friend mode, and it can happen very fast. Like we can scold you for a shoot right before that, but once the shoot is done, we are wrapped. You know what, bro? Let's hang out, let's have drinks, and then we are friends. And you can tell us all your personal problems, and we're not gonna judge you, and we're gonna be fun, right? But
No, actually, I feel like he would understand this the most.
Yes.
Because he's my first employee. And before being an employee, he was a close friend for 2 years.
Yes.
So I think you know what she means, right?
Right.
Yes, definitely. Because this was something I discussed with Ridwan even before he left.
Yeah.
You know, you have to differentiate how work and friends. We are always friends, but working with friends may seem fun. Like it's fun on the outside. But when you want to get stuff done, you cannot
Yes.
be nice all the time.
yes, you have to be professional.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I think
actually,
professional is the word.
I respect How for scolding me. I never take it to heart. I'm like, okay, I know I'm like this, and if How can actually point out my mistakes, call out on my bullshit, I respect him for that as a boss.
Yeah.
And I'm a lousy employee. But after work, it's like, it's all cool. Let's play FIFA. Let's hang.
Yeah, I'm glad you respect it because I never mean to do it personally.
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly.
Yeah.
How has the
What
biggest heart?
No, exactly. I think, and which is why, right, for people like us, it is hard on us when we scold people as well. No, honestly, sometimes when I meet my girlfriends, they'll be like, why, how come you're always like so fierce and stuff? And I was like, my goal in life is to actually go office, smile at everybody because everything is done. That is the goal, isn't it? Right, but it's just somehow that it is not done, and therefore we have to put on the boss hat and actually scold somebody.
Because no one wants to be that guy.
No, and think about it. Do you think we enjoy scolding somebody? No.
Oh, some people do.
What?
You know what? I would say some people enjoy being in a position of power.
Right.
The power struggle.
Yeah, and I think the best leaders are the type who don't want this power, but
I don't
it
want
falls
to
upon
scold
them, right?
Correct. Like, yeah, we don't want to scold anybody. I might get, I will get wrinkles. I will die one day. I will die first.
You know what they say, right? With great power comes great responsibility.
I love that she emphasizes so much on how she doesn't want to scold people. I think that's like
Yes.
the biggest takeaway
Yes.
from this podcast.
Everyone-
Sylvia doesn't want to scold
Yeah.
anyone, guys. So if she's
Correct.
scolding you, you're doing something wrong.
Yes, it's your fault. It's not her fault, okay? For not even going lunch with her. I'm still appalled at that idea, man.
Why? It's such a good idea.
It
Yeah,
is.
he says that, right? He says that, right? But I always say like, hey, guys, Saturday game night. Hey, you guys want to go watch a movie? This guy never shows up.
Oh,
What do you have to say about that?
You never invited me to game night until now. Never.
Okay, firstly, the 2 times that you came, you were editing anyway, so I
Yeah.
didn't have to invite you. But to be fair, you left early.
The previous time?
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
Okay, no,
You
okay.
see, guys?
Okay, because I had something
Is
going
there
on the
always
next day.
excuses?
But 2 weeks before that, I'm just gonna say, okay? You said, oh, I didn't even know you were gonna come. You didn't even know I was coming over.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't.
So we're fair.
okay.
We're fair.
We're fair.
We're even, we're even.
Nonsense.
This guy's so salty sometimes.
Yeah,
I'm
so
just
salty. I can feel the salt. Really, really.
But we know that he's salty, so like we're so used to it.
Yeah.
Like he gets really salty about things. It's hilarious. Like he's
it's
so
just me.
old and salty.
I'm the old
No,
grumpy
but I
guy.
think the great thing is, at least I see a silver lining, which is you're still here. You're still his oldest employee, which is great. It means that you are somebody who is able to differentiate work mode and personal mode.
Oh, I've been
And that is a
dealing
rare
with this for the
skill.
rest of my life.
That
yeah.
is a rare skill.
Yeah.
Because no, especially in this industry, right?
Correct.
Because when you make friends
Correct.
in the workforce, they expect you to treat them like friends,
Friends, yes.
all the time.
Yes.
So even if you are my closest friend, I may scold you. Don't be upset about it.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
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 Unless I'm like scolding you like outside or like abusing my power as a boss, then
Yeah.
that's kind of mean.
Which
right?
you have never done before.
I try
honestly.
not to.
Yeah. I don't see you do it.
Have you done that
purposely.
before?
I only do that to my brothers.
Okay, that's
just,
normal.
Just to be clear, I am the older sister, right? And I
Yeah.
have 2 younger brothers. They are born for me to abuse.
Yes, I agree.
That
I'm
is-
the eldest as well, so yeah.
I'm the eldest. I never felt that way.
Oh,
You only have
no,
one
because-
younger sibling.
Okay, because
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
yeah, and Kelly is cute.
Okay.
Yeah.
She seems like a nice girl, so you wouldn't bully her. And you're an older brother, right? But I have like literally 2 free domestic helpers that my mom gave me, so why not just use them?
Are they proud of you though? Are they happy to do this?
I think they are proud of me. I think they, for a certain extent, they are very proud of me. And they do support me. I mean, CK After All works with me, and my little brother supports me in whatever I do. But I think they are also
Intimidated?
No, they're not intimidated. I would say that when we were younger, they hated me for abusing them as household chores workers. But I think as we grew up, I also felt bad for whatever I did to them that was child abuse.
Right.
And then now we're kind of like friends and equals, really.
Right. But CK has been there for NOC like since day 1.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And siblings bring you to a new level of anger. There was this once, right? I was so angry at a shoot. It was so funny because the client probably thought I was some crazy bitch. So I was screaming and sticking like in the level that you don't scold staff one.
Okay, so
It's
that's
Wow,
like,
so it's like
Jalan
personal
level.
level.
Yeah, it's like, I started throwing things at him and I walked off.
oh yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah, and then the client said, "Oh no, is that a new intern?" I was like, "Oh no, that one my brother." Then she was like, "Oh, we were
Oh,
so
right, I
worried."
get it.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I can actually imagine. Actually,
Yeah.
no, I can't imagine.
No, it's a siblings thing.
It's a sibling thing, yes, right.
Yeah, they get used to
I've
it.
accidentally made my brother bleed, so yeah.
Right.
The hell? What the
It
hell?
was a bike accident. I was just pissed off with him. He was on a bike. I just kicked him. He fell.
Alright, I
Kinda
guess
hit.
siblings do that. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
No, actually, we do.
I have a little sister, so I can't relate. I can't relate to
It's your
bullying
job to
her.
protect
Yeah, it's
her.
my
Your
job to
is
protect her.
right?
Yeah.
Our job is to abuse.
Yes.
Oh man,
No, but I have a younger
That
brother and
sounds
a younger
fun.
sister. Yeah.
I'm missing out.
Yes, you did.
Yes. Sometimes I look at Hal and his sister Kaylee and I'm like, why can't me and my siblings be that lovely? Then I look at them like, nah, they're my
No,
like,
yeah, no,
yeah,
that's okay
yeah. Just be you are. You know?
Yeah, it's okay. You have 2 domestic helpers. It turned out fine.
You turned out
Mine are
great.
emotional punch bags, honestly.
Yeah.
If I'm stressed out, I'll scold them at the
Correct,
slightest thing.
correct.
Where's my pillow?
Correct. Really, like, I don't know if you know. Okay, you obviously don't see these dynamics, but younger
I
siblings are here to cheer me up.
Oh my god, this is so true.
Yes, they're here
Okay.
to cheer me up. They are here for my benefit, for my entertainment.
That's nice.
I don't even need to ask my brother anymore. He'll just come. The moment I reach home, he'll be like, "Do you want coffee?" I'm like, "Yes."
Do you know, like Chinese New Year, I went back home, right? I went back home with Nina, right, for
Yeah.
Chinese New
Yeah.
Year. The moment I sat down at my yacht,
Yeah.
he served 2 bowls of chendol and he said, "Dad, this is the one that you like. I bought it from under the tree that it still has the ice." And he laid it down. And Nina was like, "What is this butler service?"
Oh, that's nice.
and I'm like, "Oh, it's just a little brother thing."
Okay, my little sister does that too.
Right?
She brings over food from Eagle Wings. I saw you ate it recently. They have that lobster
Good,
risotto, right?
No, that lobster risotto is
Don't
so
know what they
good.
put into it.
Yes.
I've never had
should
it.
try it.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's quite affordable for lobster risotto. Yeah. Go and try it.
The fact that hopefully it's halal.
Okay.
It's
It
not.
is, it is, it
It is? Oh
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
I think it is.
Let's talk about one very deep thing.
Oh.
Okay. What?
Yeah, it's getting late, but let's talk about talents
Yeah.
and talents leaving,
Yes.
right? Because this is something that both of us have experienced
Yes.
before, and I'm just curious because I never really asked you about it, but you had some talents that left. I don't want to name them, but what happened?
I would say that, again, it is down to the morals
Mm-hmm.
and whether you're on the same page on things.
Yeah.
Right, so like I said, I started this company and I always build different shows for talents for their strengths.
We do a lot for them.
Yeah, we do a lot and you don't
We
know.
we pretty much pave their careers for
Correct.
them.
I would like to say on this show that I spent $97,000 on Food King before it made me a single cent. Yeah, this is the amount.
$97 on what?
97,000
1,000.
$97,000 on what?
on 7 months of show without a sponsor or a client. So who's paying for the editors? Me. Who is paying for the camera that you are using? Me. Who is paying for the editor? Me. Who is paying for the food? Me. Who is sending you guys to the shoot? Me. Who is paying the
And it's
talent?
not like you have
Me.
$97 to just throw around.
Yeah,
Right?
it is a
I mean,
lot.
we're not rich people.
Wow.
We didn't
We're
start
not. Yeah, we have
with
to
like a bunch
save.
of abundance of money
True.
to just
Correct.
throw into different shows and see
Exactly.
whether it works or not.
Correct. So
Yeah.
that's why it's like for Food King to work, it was 7 months of just content after content every single week. It was about $97,000 before the first client came and said, "Hey, I really love your show. Can I buy into something?"
Wow.
Right. So I put in a lot of money and effort for my talents, and so I think when people don't appreciate that, I cannot work with these people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, you do know there are some people who are really appreciative and like they're so how to say humble,
Yeah.
right? They're very humble. Ikan is a very humble person.
He is. He's
He's
a great.
so-
He's a
yeah.
great guy. He's
Yeah.
a great
Cool
guy.
guy.
And we made him a partner, right? And he doesn't have to put in any capital.
What do you mean you make him a partner?
So he's now a partner of Food King.
Okay.
He has shares in it, and he never had to put in a single cent. I just gave it to him because of his dedication and how he works very hard.
Wow.
Yeah. So that is something I do for the talents that I really love and the talents who love me back. Right? I mean, it's a both ways kind of
Yeah.
thing, right? And he always thanks us because he said, if not, I'm going to be a Grab driver, because like he's just not, he wasn't successful in MediaCorp, right? So he's
Okay.
always very grateful. And then he not just grateful, he also puts in the extra work because he knew I put in that
He
almost
does, and you can
He does.
see it
Yes,
from the
I can-
videos.
Yeah, and
He's very passionate about
correct. So when I took the risk on him, he knew how much money I had to put in on him.
it. Wow.
Right, so he pays it back by working extra hard, which is great. So I think for a lot of the older talents, they got their own show,
Yeah.
right? Do you think it was free?
Well, it takes a while to trust them, right? To
Yeah.
build that mutual trust, right?
Correct, right?
Yeah.
And I put in a lot of my talents, right? If I put you in Food King, right, I'm sending you to all the best clients, to everybody that I work with. I'm going to say this is the best guy, right? So I will be the one pushing you to the clients and all that. And at the end of the day, if the talents come back to me and say, "Oh, you know what, I can't make it for a shoot because, like, I need to do facial," what? I cannot. I will literally burst artery on it.
Yeah. Especially after so much you've done for them, right?
Yeah, and do you think the show was free? Do you think all the editors working late night, was free? Do you think the people writing the script for you to say on the show, are these people free? They're not free.
I guess in a way they also think that they've probably built themselves this way
Correct.
because they don't think that you've done so much for them. They
Yeah.
think that them being consistent with their Instagram posts, their own content, it probably made them who they are today.
Correct.
But they forget that initial push and they
Yes.
forget that
That
they are
commitment.
different. That they are different from any influencer out there who just post nice photos or
Correct.
has their own kind of content.
Yes.
They are a part of something bigger. And that's what I realized, that there are really some people who think that they are better off without you.
Exactly.
And once they do it, they realize, oh, maybe I was wrong. And it's too late to come back. The
Yeah.
doors are shut.
Yeah.
And the bridge has been burnt.
Yes, exactly. And no, I think I just can't stand that mindset simply because you have 10 people on a team, usually around there, right? Editors, whatever. Doing that video, you are the face of the show. To say that you did it yourself means disrespecting the work of 10 other people. And these 10 people are the one who work late nights, to give you your best footage. In case, you say something wrong, you mispronounce something. They are the one who go through the footage again and again to make sure you sound like the smart girl that you are supposed to be portraying. Right? And if these girls are saying that, oh, I did it myself because I'm beautiful. Okay, you know what? Fine. Just go do your own thing. I don't think you're worth the effort of all these teammates, putting in so much work just for you to take all the credit. I think that's rude.
But the talents in NOC now,
Yeah.
you're in a good place, right?
Yeah. Oh, I love my talents.
Right?
Yeah.
Good.
Same.